We meticulously chase clarity in our waking lives, relentlessly seeking answers within the tangible constructs of our reality. Yet our deepest questions often find no resolution, leaving us restless, unfulfilled. Paramahansa Yogananda revealed a profound truth. Our nights hold a direct, uncensored dialogue with the divine, a sacred channel our conscious mind actively suppresses. This isn't passive rest. It's a nightly journey into the very fabric of existence, a realm where the soul speaks, truths that the waking ego fears to acknowledge. Your subconscious, far from being a chaotic dumping ground for daily anxieties, is a meticulously programmed receptor, designed to receive celestial transmissions. It yearns to guide you, to heal you, to awaken you to the eternal reality beyond the veil of fleeting forms. It's a connection many yearn for, but few understand how to consciously activate. What if the very chaos you dismiss as random dreams is, in fact, the precise language your soul uses to deliver your most crucial, unheeded messages? This isn't just about interpreting symbols. It's about decoding your divine blueprint. You awaken, a fragment of an image clinging to the edge of your consciousness, a fleeting whisper of emotion. Confusion reigns. Anxiety gnaws at the edges of your thoughts. Was it a nightmare? A silly fantasy? A meaningless jumble of the day's events? You dismiss it, shaking off the residue of the night, convinced your dreams are nothing more than static, an irrelevant side effect of a tired mind. This dismissal, however, is not merely ignorance. It is a profound act of spiritual self-sabotage, an active blockage orchestrated by the ego's noise and the illusion of Maya. This is the dor oculta abordada, the deep-seated confusion and anxiety derived from chaotic, meaningless dreams, masking deeper divine messages and preventing essential spiritual guidance. The inimigo comum here is not just the external world's dismissive view of dreams, but the internal programming that teaches you to devalue these profound nightly experiences. Your waking self, tethered to the tangible, the logical, and the immediate, filters out the subtle language of the soul. We are conditioned to believe that only what is seen, heard, and touched in the physical realm holds truth. Anything beyond that is relegated to the realm of fantasy or psychological processing. But what if this very conditioning is a veil, thick and opaque, preventing you from receiving the most vital communications meant for your spiritual evolution? Consider a moment, perhaps in your youth, when a dream felt so real, so vivid, that it left an indelible mark. You spoke of it, full of wonder, only to be met with a condescending smile or a dismissive wave. "It's just a dream," they said. That seemingly innocent phrase was a subtle, yet powerful, programming, a karmic imprint that taught you to distrust your inner realms, to silence the voice of your soul as it attempted to speak through symbolic visions. This wasn't merely a moment of misguidance. It was a crucial turning point where your innate ability to connect with higher guidance through dreams began to wither under the harsh light of a material-centric world. Your soul, in its infinite wisdom, continued to send messages, but your conscious mind, conditioned by the forgetfulness of the soul and societal skepticism, simply ceased to listen. It's like having a divine messenger knock on your door, nightly, only for you to assume it's just the wind. Paramahansa Yogananda, the great master, taught us that the subconscious is not a dustbin, but a sacred repository, a direct link to the superconscious mind and the astral planes. Your chaotic dreams are not random. They are fragmented signals trying to pierce through the thick layers of your conscious resistance. They are your karmic patterns playing out in symbolic form, your deepest fears surfacing for recognition, your divine guides, whispering directions that you, in your waking state, are too distracted to perceive. The anxiety you feel upon waking from such dreams is not arbitrary. It's your soul's distress at being misunderstood, at its urgent messages being ignored. It's the feeling of a profound internal dissonance, a chasm between what your higher self knows and what your conscious self allows itself to process. This ongoing struggle, this internal battle against the very essence of your being, perpetuates the door, occulta abordada. You remain in a state of spiritual limbo, adrift without the constant nightly guidance that is your birthright. The problem isn't that your dreams are meaningless. The problem is that you've been taught to interpret them through a faulty lens, a lens clouded by material attachments and the fear of the unknown. Your soul tries to show you where healing is needed, where your dharma lies, where dangers may lurk, or where opportunities for spiritual growth await. Yet, because the language is symbolic and your waking mind demands literal interpretation, the messages remain encrypted, dismissed as nonsensical fragments. This is why you wake up feeling anxious, confused, and sometimes even drained. It is not the dreams themselves, but the unacknowledged truths within them that weigh upon your spirit. The soul is persistent. It will continue to knock, to send signals, to present its truths, even if it must do so in ways that initially feel disorienting. The enemigo, Kamam, thrives on this disorienting confusion, keeping you trapped in a cycle of doubt and disconnection. But what if this dismissal isn't just ignorance, but an active blockage the soul tries to overcome, demanding a radical shift in how you perceive your entire nocturnal existence? The dismissal you've been conditioned into is more than a missed opportunity. It's a profound spiritual barrier. This barrier arises because you perceive sleep as mere unconsciousness, a void between days. The divine perspective, as illuminated by Paramahansa Yogananda, reveals a radically different truth. Sleep is not forgetfulness, but the sacred portal where the soul travels to the astral realms. Your slumber is a time when the illusion of Maya, the cosmic veil of physical reality, thins, allowing your higher self to venture into dimensions of pure thought, emotion, and causal blueprints. This nightly exodus is your soul's continuous journey, a vital period of learning, healing, and communing with divine intelligences. The ascent from a state of chaotic, unremembered dreams to one of conscious, divinely guided sleep is not a peaceful climb. It is an internal war against the ego's noise, a constant struggle against the very mechanisms designed to keep you bound to the material. Your ego, the enemigo comum, fears this journey beyond the physical, for it threatens its very dominion. To recognize dreams as astral travel is to admit a reality far grander and far less controllable than the ego prefers. The external battle. You may try to force dream recall, perhaps with a journal by your bedside, desperately clinging to fragments upon waking. But the fleeting nature of these experiences, their elusive quality, quickly leads to frustration. The more you chase, the faster they vanish, leaving you empty-handed. This external pursuit is often met with the skepticism of others, reinforcing the idea that your efforts are futile, that these nocturnal experiences are nothing but personal, random ramblings. This discouragement, externalized, feeds the internal doubt, making the journey feel isolating and unrewarding. The world around you insists on linear progression, on tangible results, and the astral realms defy such simplistic demands, leading to a subtle but persistent internal tension, the internal battle. Here, the true conflict begins. It's a battle against your own karmic patterns of skepticism, ingrained over lifetimes of prioritizing the tangible. You doubt yourself, question your sanity, and fear what you might uncover. The ego whispers, "This is madness. Focus on reality." It conjures fears of the unknown, of losing control, of encountering uncomfortable truths about your own shadow self in the unfiltered light of the astral. The very idea of astral travel, of conscious interaction with non-physical realms, challenges the bedrock of your materialist programming. Your mind, accustomed to rigid boundaries, recoils from the boundless nature of the astral. It's a struggle between the rational, limited self and the intuitive, limitless soul, a clash of paradigms that leaves you feeling torn and exhausted. You might experience unsettling, vivid dreams, or even lucid moments that leave you more anxious than enlightened, simply because your inner framework isn't prepared to integrate such raw, unfiltered spiritual data. This is the ego's final stand, trying to convince you that the effort is not worth the perceived cost to your mental comfort. The paradox of surrender. The realization dawns that forcing access, demanding clarity, or battling your internal resistance only tightens the ego's grip. True access to the divine guidance within your dreams, to the profound insights of the astral plane, comes not through force but through surrender. It demands a letting go of control, a willingness to trust the subtle currents of the soul rather than the rigid structures of the mind. This surrender is a conscious choice to release your need to understand with the intellect and instead to simply be open to experience. It's an act of profound humility, acknowledging that your finite mind cannot grasp infinite truths through sheer willpower. It's allowing the divine current to carry you rather than trying to swim against it. This isn't passive resignation. It's an active, conscious relaxation of the ego's defenses, creating a receptive vessel for higher wisdom. It's the moment you stop struggling against the invisible tide and realize the tide itself is trying to carry you to the shore of truth. But this portal is always open, demanding a complete reevaluation of your waking reality. A surrender so profound it might shatter everything you thought you knew about yourself. What will remain when the illusions finally dissolve? The true climax of this inner war is not fought with aggression, but with a profound, almost terrifying act of surrender. It is a ceremony of death, the symbolic annihilation of the ego's desperate hold on conventional reality, and a magnificent rebirth, the emergence of your conscious, divinely connected dreaming self. This is the alchemia final, where the base metal of your confusion and anxiety, purified in the crucible of unwavering discipline, transmutes into the pure gold of enlightened consciousness. Here, the experience of the astral becomes not a fleeting memory, but an integrated part of your expanded reality, a direct conduit to the eternal. The solution, as taught by Paramahansa Yogananda, is not a trick, but a discipline rooted in devotion, the invocation of oniric clarity. This is a mantra, a sacred sound vibration, meticulously crafted to program your subconscious to become a crystal-clear receiver of divine guidance. It's not about merely repeating words. It's about infusing those words with the full force of your willpower and the depth of your aspiration for truth. The process begins even before you lay your head on the pillow. It starts with meditation, not a casual introspection, but a deep, focused immersion in the stillness that precedes thought. You quiet the ego's noise, you calm the frantic currents of daily life, and you consciously invite the presence of your divine guides, your guru, or the universal consciousness. This isn't just about relaxation, it's about attunement, about raising your vibratory frequency to align with the subtle energy of the astral realms. It's preparing the vessel, creating the sacred space within. Then, just as you are drifting into that liminal space between waking and sleeping, you utter the invocation. Yogananda offered many prayers and affirmations, each imbued with power. For this purpose, imagine a simple yet potent decree, such as divine light illuminate my dreams. May my soul receive and retain the sacred messages meant for my highest good. Om Tat Sat. Or more personally, beloved Guru, guide my slumber. Let me consciously journey where my soul needs to learn, and bring back the wisdom I need for my awakening. Repeat this not mechanically but with profound devotion, feeling each word vibrate through your entire being, reaching deep into the subconscious mind, programming it with intention. This isn't you forcing an outcome, it's this happening in you. The mantra acts as a key, unlocking dormant channels of perception. The focus is not on remembering every detail of a dream, but on the essence of the message, the feeling, the core insight. You might awaken with a clear answer to a dilemma, a profound sense of peace regarding a difficult situation, or a vivid image that holds undeniable symbolic truth. This isn't a chaotic jumble anymore. It's a coherent narrative, a direct communication from your higher self. The pico de emoción arrives when you experience that first, unequivocally clear, divinely guided dream. It's a moment of profound recognition, a visceral understanding that the boundary between waking and dreaming, between physical and astral, is an illusion of Maya, a mental construct. You feel an expansion of consciousness, a sense of having been privy to sacred knowledge, a communion with the eternal that transcends explanation. The initial confusion about chaotic dreams, the dor oculta abordada, dissolves, replaced by a deep sense of clarity, purpose, and spiritual empowerment. The inimigo comum of doubt and skepticism retreats, disarmed by undeniable personal experience. You realize that your dreams are not a distraction, but a powerful divine guidance system, a nightly seminar for the soul. This newfound clarity is the direct resolution of the hook, transforming the initial question of chaotic dreams into a testament of accessible, profound guidance. Your nights are no longer a blank slate but a vibrant tapestry of learning and healing. This is the truth Paramahansa Yogananda revealed. You are not merely a dreamer, but a conscious traveler, a recipient of powerful divine messages designed for your ultimate liberation. The path is now clear, but what hidden fear still binds you from fully embracing this nightly communication and claiming your full spiritual inheritance? What deep-seated fear still holds you back from fully embracing the unfiltered truth your soul yearns to reveal through your dreams? Share it in the comments below. The transition from a life plagued by chaotic, incomprehensible dreams to one illuminated by clear, divine guidance is nothing short of a profound metamorphosis. You are no longer merely enduring the night, you are actively engaging with the eternal within it. This isn't a fleeting escape from reality, but the establishment of a new normal, where the insights gleaned from your sleep seamlessly integrate into your waking life, empowering every decision and enriching every moment. The question, how does one live when the heavens touch the earth nightly, is answered not with complex philosophy, but with serene, undeniable experience. The inimigo comum, the ego's noise, the illusion of Maya, the forgetfulness of the soul, finds its power greatly diminished. Its whispers of doubt and fear are now mere background static against the clear, resonant frequency of your soul's voice. This transformation manifests in tangible, undeniable ways. Your intuition sharpens, not as an occasional guess, but as a constant, reliable compass. Decisions that once felt paralyzing now emerge with an effortless clarity, guided by insights received from beyond the physical realm. The anxiety that once accompanied your mornings, born from the confusion of unremembered or unsettling dreams, is replaced by a profound sense of peace and anticipation, knowing that each night brings a deeper communion. You become the testimuna serene, observing the drama of your waking life with a detachment born of deeper understanding. The perceived misfortunes or challenges of your day are no longer viewed as arbitrary punishments, but as crucial lessons, often foreshadowed or explained in your nightly astral journeys. This perspective brings an inalienable inner calm, a fortress of peace that no external storm can truly breach. Your emotional landscape stabilizes. The peaks of elation and valleys of despair flatten into a more balanced, equanimous state. You find that spiritual healing becomes an ongoing process, with dreams often revealing the roots of emotional wounds, offering symbolic remedies, or even facilitating direct energy transfers for healing. The dor oculta abordada, the confusion and anxiety from chaotic dreams, is replaced by clarity and spiritual empowerment. You realize that the very universe is a dream, and through conscious dreaming, you learn to navigate its deeper currents. This understanding extends to the laws of karma. When your soul travels the astral realms, it often encounters the causal blueprints of past actions, providing glimpses into the karmic lessons currently unfolding in your life. With this knowledge, you can actively engage in karma yoga, performing actions with a conscious understanding of their spiritual implications, thereby accelerating your liberation. Your dreams are no longer a passive experience, but an active field of spiritual work and growth. This newfound ability to interpret and engage with your dreams as divine messages allows you to live a life saturated with purpose. The answers you once sought externally are now found internally, whispered from your higher self through the sacred portal of sleep. You realize that you are never truly alone, always guided, always supported by an unseen current of cosmic intelligence. The initial anxiety of why your dreams seem chaotic and meaningless gives way to the serene knowledge that they are, in fact, incredibly meaningful, potent, and eternally connected to your highest destiny. This conscious engagement with your nocturnal reality fosters a deeper devotion to the divine, knowing that God speaks not just in grand pronouncements but in the subtle, profound language of your dreaming soul. You have closed the circle, moving from a bewildered sleeper to a conscious, divinely guided seeker, transforming your entire existence into a living prayer. You've stepped through the veil. You've learned to decipher the profound, powerful divine messages embedded in your dreams, transforming confusion into clarity, anxiety into serene guidance. The inimigo comum of doubt and the illusion of Maya have begun to recede, revealing a richer, more vibrant spiritual landscape. You now walk through your waking hours with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are constantly in communion with the eternal. But what if I told you this liberation, this newfound ability to interpret the nightly whispers of the divine, wasn't just for you, as an individual? Paramahansa Yogananda, in his boundless wisdom, always emphasized that personal spiritual evolution is never an end in itself. It is merely the initial spark that ignites a larger fire. You, having consciously navigated the astral realms and decoded the divine guidance within your own being, now carry a profound responsibility. Your transformation is not a private luxury, but a vital component in the grand cosmic tapestry of awakening. Imagine a world where every soul understands its dreams, where the forgetfulness of the soul is replaced by universal remembrance. The insights you now access, the deeper understanding of karma, the certainty of spiritual healing, the direct connection to divine signs, are meant to be shared. Your journey has prepared you to be a beacon, a living testament to the truth that humanity is not adrift, but constantly guided by an omnipresent intelligence. This is the Jornada Infinita, a spiritual odyssey that extends far beyond the confines of your personal experience. The awakening you have experienced is merely a portal, opening into realms of collective consciousness, inviting you to engage with the larger dream of humanity itself. Yogananda's teachings are a map for this collective awakening, revealing how individual devotion and discipline can ripple outwards, shifting the very fabric of global consciousness. What if the ultimate purpose of your newly awakened dreaming self is not just to receive personal divine messages, but to become a conscious participant in the collective dream of creation, actively helping to heal the karmic patterns of humanity and usher in a new era of global spiritual remembrance? How then would your daily actions, your very existence, transmute into a powerful force for universal awakening? You are a dream weaver, a conscious seeker, now attuned to the deepest frequencies of existence. You have embraced the profound truth that your nights are not empty voids, but sacred portals to divine guidance, healing, and awakening. This journey of decoding the powerful divine messages within your dreams is just the beginning of reclaiming your true spiritual inheritance. If you resonate with this path, if your soul recognizes the profound truth within Yogananda's teachings on dreams, then your next step is clear. It is a step not of obligation, but of alignment. We invite you to join our growing community of awakened souls who are committed to living a life of purpose, guided by the eternal. Engage with us, share your insights, and allow your awakened consciousness to inspire others. Subscribe to this channel, activate the notification bell, and leave your most profound dream insight in the comments below. Let us collectively weave a new reality, guided by the whispers of the divine.